Hey guys, Ollie here at Relentless Comics. It's great to be back. I hope you like the new style of my videos as I'm trying my hand at more sophisticated editing software. And now I am back and hoping to upload as often as I can for you all. So make sure you like, subscribe and turn the notifications on so you keep up to date with the channel. Today we will explore 5 important Marvel characters yet to appear in the MCU. It's amazing how many characters have been teased or rumoured to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we are still waiting for their cinematic debut. Today, I shall be reviewing the 5 important characters who have been rumoured, teased, seen or mentioned in the MCU that are expected to be joining any day now, and why they are so important to the universe. Now, this video could include maybe even over 100 characters. However, I am only going to show 5 in this video. But let me fire through a few extra honourable mentions before we begin. These characters include Adam Warlock, Gambit, Wolverine, Agent Venom, Red Hulk, and many more. So sit back, relax, and join me today as I discuss all the characters that have yet to suit up. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below for more relentless content like this. And without further ado, let's begin. Number 5. Namor the Submariner. Namor made his debut in Marvel Comics issue number 1, 1939. This makes him one of Marvel's first superheroes along with Captain America and the original Human Torch. He was a prominent hero during the golden age of comic books, and he's portrayed as a veteran of World War II. Now, there's no way to confirm if Namor really is joining the MCU, but sometimes rumours do become a reality. And us Marvel fans, we would want this rumour to be true, and for good reason. Besides Namor being one of the original Marvel heroes, he is also one of their most complex ones. He is widely considered to be the first comic book anti-hero, given his status as a monarch to an underwater kingdom. He has fought for humanity as much as he has fought against it. And honestly, who can blame him? Humans, or as he calls us, surface dwellers, pollute the oceans he protects, so it's easy to understand why he occasionally feels the need to lash out. He is half human and half Atlantean, which makes him an outsider to both worlds. And again, this is what makes him such a compelling character. Now, to go on about Namor's character within the comics, as time went on, so did his character development. He became less sympathetic and more short-fused, he had more of a temper. He faltered between the line of being a hero and a villain. He dealt with almost every major Marvel superhero team as both a friend and a foe, even becoming a full-fledged member of the Avengers. He became a member of the Defenders and often acted like a valiant hero, fighting extremely powerful threats to Earth. Namor was also occasionally an enemy to the Fantastic Four, most notably Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic, as he often courted with Susan Storm, stirring up, of course, an intense feud between the two. It's safe to say he wasn't exactly popular among the other Marvel heroes, and he did create more rivals than comrades. His abilities include super strength, aquatic telepathy, and the ability to control water, aquakinesis. His accolades include having been an Avenger, one of the X-Men, a founding member of the Defenders, and even fighting alongside Captain America in World War II, which may be something within the Marvel Cinematic Universe they could hint on. Who knows? Like I say, his prominent role, of course, is king. He's king of Atlantis, and he defends his people with ferocity and passion. Again, at times, he is known to be quick-tempered, and he's a very proud individual, and is willing to do anything it takes to protect Atlantis. This has put him at odds with other heroes due to some questionable choices and decisions he's made, sometimes unrationally. He's not exactly a by-the-book hero like Captain America. His temper and arrogance have earned him the anti-hero status, with no scruples against doing anything to achieve his goals, running through virtually anyone that tries to get in his way. Despite his half-human blood, his fierce dedication to his kingdom has left him with no love for humans. But while his hatred for the surface dwellers used to be more hostile, he has since softened his stance, fighting for and against mankind. And like I say, this is always in name of his kingdom and its protection, much like Black Panther. So, as I'm sure you've all seen, we've seen the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, and we've been teased with the imminent debut of the Illuminati, and it appears that they will be a multiversal Illuminati team, which include some of Marvel's heaviest hitters like Doctor Strange, Iron Man, most likely Superior Iron Man being played by Tom Cruise, Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four, Black Bolt from the Inhumans, Professor X, and again there could be other characters that we may see which haven't been shown in the trailer itself, but from what we could assume or guess from the comics, the final character of the team in the comics is Namor himself. Now, the aquatic anti-hero is believed to appear in the upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever film as an antagonist. He's rumoured to be played by Narcos Mexico actor Tenoch Huerta, and of course plot details are kept on the down low, but I do believe it's safe to assume these kingdoms of Wakanda and Atlantis will clash within the film, just like they do in the comics. Now, to summarise the character very quickly, ultimately he's an individual of stubbornness and arrogance, but also occasional acts of great valour and bravery, and all these traits combined with being both a king and a warrior, again similar to that of Thor and Black Panther, this makes him a very powerful and even a potentially dangerous individual. His power level, in my own opinion, is similar to that of maybe a mid-level Thor. Number 4, She-Hulk. She-Hulk is better known as Jennifer Walters, and she is the cousin of Bruce Banner, aka the Green Goliath, the Hulk. Now, without any surprise, the Hulk is one of the most popular characters in the MCU and the Marvel comics in general, and it has been confirmed he will be showing up in some capacity in the upcoming She-Hulk series. And now that Spider-Man No Way Home has opened the door for many things in the MCU, including the Hulk's cousin Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters is more than just the cousin of Bruce Banner. She is both a formidable and significant character in her own right. So who is she really, and what makes this character so important for the MCU? Let's begin with her creation within the comics. She-Hulk made her debut in Savage She-Hulk issue number 1 in 1939. And She-Hulk has been portrayed in various ways throughout her comic book lifetime. Her early portrayal in her solo series made her similar to her cousin Bruce, with her transformations being brought on by anger. But when Morbius cured her of a blood disease, she gained full control over her abilities. And her solo series, which ran from 1980 until 1982, after which she joined the Avengers in Avengers issue number 221. Following the events of the Secret Wars miniseries in 1984, Jennifer then joined the Fantastic Four, replacing The Thing as the team's powerhouse until he later returned to the team. She-Hulk's solo series beginning in 1989 introduced a new aspect of her persona, and that is her awareness that she is actually a comic book character and her ability to break the fourth wall, similar to that of Deadpool, albeit she had this ability before the Merc with a mouth. and as She-Hulk, her base level is below the Thing's in strength. However, with sufficient anger, her strength can surpass that of Ben Grimm. She is impervious to most forms of physical attack and possesses a considerable healing factor, just like the Hulk. And aside from her superhuman powers, Jennifer is a very skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Being personally trained by Captain America himself, she has displayed martial arts skills in her human form as well. Jennifer often uses her sex appeal to aid her in fights against male opponents, much in the way characters such as Black Widow, Emma Frost and Elektra do. In addition to all these skills, Jennifer Walters is also a skilled pilot, which could become very useful to show off within the MCU, purely because one of the characters who is a skilled pilot, Hawkeye, Clint Barton, of course is coming towards the end of his Marvel career, it seems. So in addition to her fighting skills and her incredible strength, Jennifer is a very intelligent woman. She received a degree in criminal law prior to becoming the She-Hulk and is a highly accomplished lawyer. She usually practices law as Jennifer Walters, but sometimes appears in her more striking She-Hulk form when she wishes to make a more dramatic impression in court. Jennifer is one of the few female superheroes to have acquired a college degree in the Marvel Universe. Being a highly recognised lawyer, we may see her interaction with characters such as Charlie Cox's Daredevil, which I know we would all love to see as Marvel fans. This could be when superheroes may need legal defence against their alleged breach of the Sokovia Accords, or simply superheroes that are just asking her for representation, but she turns them down. There's plenty of room for cameos. Just a further little side note for you all to consider, She-Hulk and Daredevil have actually crossed paths many times in the comics, both in their She-Hulk and Daredevil personas, as well as their alter egos, their Walters and Murdoch personas, which really compounds the likelihood of seeing a She-Hulk cameo or appearance in another series or upcoming film within the MCU. So when She-Hulk first appeared in Savage She-Hulk, her personality was very different from the current, more modern version. Back then she was like her cousin. She was short-tempered, violent and quite demanding. However, now her personality has changed over the years, where she is a more kind, sweet person while retaining a confidence in herself. She doesn't get too angry during fights, although she can still lose her temper, of course. She is still a member of the Hulk family. But She-Hulk actually is very similar to Spider-Man. She jokes around more often, and given how comfortable she is being in her Hulk form, the She-Hulk usually stays within this form on a more regular basis, rather than turning back into her human form as Jennifer Walters. So, just to summarise the character of She-Hulk, she's an intelligent and confident woman who believes in her abilities to do well. However, she also knows that if she gets knocked down, then she will have the ability to get back up, and she knows she'll be physically even more powerful. Her true physical strength, like Bruce Banner, is unlimited. Being a part of the Hulk family makes her one of Earth's and the universe's most physically intimidating individuals. And her base power, in my opinion again, is like that of a base level Spider-Man or a mid-level Abomination. Number 3, the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in Fantastic Four issue number 1 on November 1961. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created the Fantastic Four after seeing what a success DC Comics' Justice League was. In turn, the Fantastic Four were born. They're Marvel's first family, and as we know from the previous versions of the Fantastic Four movies, they were nowhere near the calibre we hoped for. One of the main issues we noticed with the previous Fantastic Four films is that they've stuck around on Earth too much and for too long. These characters got their powers in a cosmic storm during a trip to outer space, so they wouldn't just hang around on Earth as they do in these previous movies. They are a family who travel the universe and fight galactic threats in a similar way to Guardians of the Galaxy, although the Fantastic Four take this to an even further level, often travelling the multiverse due to the brilliant mind of Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Their greatest adventures in the comics have been on other planets, battling with aliens and exploring the universe. In terms of the MCU, this opens up the story possibilities for team-ups with the likes of Captain Marvel, Thor, and again the Guardians of the Galaxy themselves, with the 4 characters all extremely powerful in their own right. You know, you have Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, who is the most intelligent person on Earth, and one of the most intelligent beings in the entire universe, even more so than Tony Stark, Iron Man. He also possesses the powers of elasticity, shape-changing, and near invulnerability, as his skin is impervious to virtually all physical damage unless he is relaxed or caught off guard. The second character, Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman, at her base level is a very powerful individual, similar to that of a mid-tier Vision or a base level Iron Man. She possesses the power of obviously invisibility and psionic force shields, which she can use as a devastating offensive weapon, so much so they have been seen to hurt the Hulk. Her powers, however, are very in-depth and complex, so I may actually do a future video for you all explaining her powers in greater detail. If that's something that you would like, by all means, leave something in a comment to make me aware of that. The third member of the group is Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. He is essentially the prankster of the group. He's known to be hot-headed, brash, and a ladies' man, thanks to his charming and confident personality. With all his egotistical tendencies aside, when it comes to his family, the Fantastic Four, he will put his life on the line, and he defends them with honour and a very fiery passion, pardon the pun. He has the mindset of, you can't hurt my friends, only I can. You know, this is usually when he's pulling a prank and annoying his best friend, the Thing, who together they're almost like brothers, and they're always fighting one another. This causes Susan and Reed to step in to stop them, much like parents do. And finally, like I say, the powerhouse of the group, Ben Grimm, the Thing. He is one of very few beings who can rival the physical might and strength of the Hulk, even defeating and knocking the Hulk out in combat in a fair and square fight. Although the Hulk is slightly physically stronger, both toughness and sheer willpower is definitely on the side of the Thing. He has one of the strongest will powers in the Marvel Universe, alongside characters such as Captain America and Spider-Man, which we have seen numerous times throughout their MCU depictions. Together, the Fantastic Four family creates one of Marvel's most powerful teams, and I for sure cannot wait to see them within the MCU, as their storylines truly are endless. For example, we can see them being introduced through Ant-Man Quantumania, and they can introduce comic storylines such as the Inhumans saga, which would be a great way to reintroduce the Inhumans and the Fantastic Four in a strong way. Other characters this team can and most likely will introduce to the MCU is Galactus and Silver Surfer, who almost come hand in hand, as well as Doctor Doom, of course. These characters are some of Marvel's most powerful beings across the universe. Number 2. Nova. Nova debuted in The Man Called Nova, issue number 1. Richard Rider, who is the host of the entire Nova Force, The Force is a vast energy source that he can access to grant himself a number of superhuman attributes. As host of the entire Nova Force, which was previously used to empower all members of the Nova Corps throughout the universe, Ryder possesses extreme augmented strength and durability, as well as enormous quantities of energy that allows him to hold his own against other powerful beings such as Silver Surfer or Thor. It is without question that Nova, as a single character within the MCU, is currently the most influential cosmic character, and he will most likely become a main member of the Guardians of the Galaxy post-Volume 3. He was originally going to make his live-action debut in Avengers Infinity War, however this was cut from the film, and it has been confirmed that the Guardians of the Galaxy as we know it is coming to an end. So what does this mean for the characters in the upcoming film? Once the Guardians begin to lose members, whether this is due to contracts of the actors expiring, or whether Marvel has chosen to end a character story within the MCU, this leaves questions, which characters will be killed off? Leave a comment below with your opinions, I would love to hear them. I believe now we need to start looking for the likes of Nova and other cosmic heroes to join the MCU, as there are circulating rumours that a version of the Annihilators could appear under the guise of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, should that be the case, us Marvel fans, we would know to expect Nova to team up with the likes of Beta Ray Bill, Gladiator, Silver Surfer, and even more characters as well. And finally, number 1, Silver Surfer. A character, we have briefly mentioned a moment ago, the Herald of Galactus, and he is one of Marvel's most powerful characters. In a similar way to the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer has appeared in a previous film, The Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and despite the terrible outcome of that movie and portrayal of all characters from the comics, people may not know the connection the Surfer has to many heroes or characters, or the massive effect his adventures have had within the comics. So he was first introduced in the classic story, The Coming of Galactus, in Fantastic Four, issue number 48 in the year of 1966. The Silver Surfer came to Earth as a herald of Galactus, a cosmic force of nature that survives by consuming the life force of planets, such as Earth. Initially an antagonist to the Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer sympathises with humanity and helps the heroes drive away Galactus, causing an angry Galactus to erect an energy shield, imprisoning the Silver Surfer on Earth. The Surfer later escapes his exile and travels the universe, seeking to atone for his role in destroying countless worlds, by aiding as many alien civilizations as he can. Now, in the MCU, Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel showcased the MCU's cosmic realm somewhat, but haven't offered any new Thanos-level threats. Kurt Russell's ego, the living planet, met an abrupt end when he was destroyed by an improvised bomb in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Captain Marvel, they gave its hero so much power, most fans, like myself, feel she can't really be challenged, much less beaten, by any villain in the MCU at this time. The only person I would confidently say could defeat Captain Marvel would be someone like the Scarlet Witch and maybe Doctor Strange. The Silver Surfer is one of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel universe, and he is personally one of the characters I am looking forward to seeing on the big screen, hence the number 1 position. Now, as you've seen throughout the entire video itself on your screen, I have put some interesting facts about each character, so I hope you like that style of video. But like I say, if you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button down below for more content on this channel, and for more of these videos, ring the notification bell as well, and you will never miss a new video uploaded on the channel. Any ideas or specific videos you would like to see on the channel, then leave it in a comment below or message me via the Instagram page that I will highlight for you at the start of the video. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.